Here, I get it right here. Ramsay. Hey! God, you scared me, Amanda. Scared me. Ain't scared of nothing.
Scared?
Ain't scared of nothing.
You ain't scared of nothing.
Ah, it's been a day. Ah. I bet everybody's wondering, can he do more than 2 push-ups? Or pull-ups? That's all I ever do. Man, I've stood up all day. I'm ready to squat, do something with my knees. Everybody, thank you. This is October. Is this October, Amanda? October 21st. 2020. And it has been an awesome day. I want to show you guys tonight a pocket door and a barn door. Now, when I had Amanda write on there, pocket door, barn door, I was like, oh, we got to find one of these houses that got a pocket door so I can show you. I think everybody knows what a pocket door is. And we charge extra for a pocket door. And this is why I want to show you why we do and what's involved in it. Now, in a barn door, the barn door is actually this mechanism. You actually buy this, right? And so we got to have a beam across here, and we bolt this into that beam. Then this mechanism, we can build this door. As you can see, it's built out of tongue and groove wood. It's the same wood as we use on the walls. Okay? I've had guys do a crisscross on them, one cross on it. This one's boxed in square. We never think about this. We never say to her, we don't have like a door specifically that we build the same kind, the same way on our website. That's a barn door. You never know what kind of barn door you're going to get.
They're all different.
They're all different. I'm trying to standardize a lot of things, but still, I want to be able to have some creative freedom with it too. And 99% of you all love just pretty much what we come up with, you know. And it's really cool that we have that kind of freedom. But the barn door, and believe it or not, my son pointed this out to me because I never thought about it. So when you close a barn door, right? Okay. See this right here? There's a gap right here. And there's a gap back here because it has to be away from the wall so it can slide, right?
Because it flows.
Flows, yeah. See, so when you pull it back, it got these bolts back here and stuff. It's got to have some clearance. So it's not like completely sealed off.
Right.
All right. So my son said to me, he goes, Dad, think about it, Dad. He goes, you got somebody over at the house. He said, you know, and they use the bathroom. There's not like the complete privacy you'd like to have, you know. He said, especially in a tiny house. He said, they come in and they got a barn door and there's gaps in it. Well, I had never thought of that. But the hardware, these are super in style. Everybody loves these barn doors. The majority of our customers are, you know, usually a couple or a single person. And I don't think it's been that much of an issue, but him being younger and having friends or somebody over, he thought about that. I thought, you know, that's a good idea. I understand. Now, why do we do a barn door versus a pocket door? A pocket door is simpler, quicker, and easier, cheaper to build, everything on it. We started doing this because they're really,
Pocket door is?
I mean, barn door.
So, okay.
Yeah, good, thanks. So it's just quicker, more economically for us to do. The door we can assemble, bolt this on, set it up after we've got all these measurements down. You do a pocket door, it's a different deal, okay? Let me show you what we have to do. Now, I don't have an assembled pocket door that I can show you. Like, I wish I had one right here, and we'll come up, I'll do another video and show you an actual pocket door. I think we may have one out here on the floor.
I know MJ said, we might have one on the floor. MJ said one in her container. It was a pocket door, I believe. Wasn't it? Maybe. I can't remember.
Yep. And I get you a surprise for your container, MJ. I've been doing some work on it, so you're gonna have fun with that. I'll tell you, I'm gonna email you some pictures if she's on there. Okay. Now, a pocket door is just what it is. It fits inside the wall. All right. So inside this wall will be the door, and you grab there's a little flip up, and you pull it across, and it seals off. It's nice. It goes right to here. Click down. You actually put a piece of trim on each side of it. You can't see in. You can't do any of that, right? The only thing is you have to have a 3.5-inch wall right here, a 2x4 wall, Then you got to cover the side with V-groove. And sometimes what we'll do is, we had come up with our dadoed wall. Usually this wall is only 3/4 of an inch wide, and that gives us more room for the door, this wall space and stuff. So you're losing, you see 3.5, 4.5, that's 5 inches you got to have for a pocket door versus here's a 3/4 wall. But you got to add that you probably got 2 inches over here. So you're going to lose about 2.5 inches with a pocket door versus a barn door. All right. May or not be an issue. The thing is, I think, is that the part that we have to do is you have to frame the wall. It comes in a kit. It has a track. Okay, you have to frame it. You have to put V-groove on both sides of the wall. Then the door that we actually use is a little bit different because you got to have the rollers that are mounted on it. You've got to put inside the track, and there's just more labor involved in it. The kit alone is, oh wow, I think it's probably 3 or 4 times the amount of money that we spend on these tracks here, right? So there's more involved. That's why we charge extra for a pocket door. But in my mind, if you don't want this decor, right, and you got the space and you need the privacy, go with a pocket door, So I've seen people, they'll use a pocket door maybe in a bathroom, and they use a barn door on a closet or another part of the house.
Now, Mishka's asking, hey Mishka, how large is the door jamb on the bathroom? What's a door jamb?
This is the jamb.
I don't know what that is.
Right here. So if you do, and this one is a little different because we've made it a little bit wider. They usually got a little 2x, because this is non-load bearing. We didn't have to anything on here. But we do a dado where you don't even have 1.5 inches on here, right? It's a 3/4 board normally on our homes. We used to do this all the time. I love this house too. See, the only thing is, the guys who did this are probably, we didn't have the dado set up to dado the whole wall and all that. So what they did is they had to rip this trim down. It looks amazing. It looks good. You guys can see the trim up here, how it went across. You see that? The bolts are trimmed, the corners. He hasn't trimmed out this corner yet. It's just a little more labor involved, and I come up with the dadoed wall, which is it fits inside, right? The whole wall fits inside a 2x6 going across the top. Your jamb right here for a pocket door is going to be 3.5, 4.5, 5 inches wide for a pocket door.
And Sheila made a comment, the barn door is like a piece of art. And Connie agrees, said, I love the look of a barn door over a pocket door. For me, aesthetics is more important than privacy. I'm with them.
There you go.
I'm not a fan of a pocket door. I don't like that. For some reason, I don't know why.
Well, you know what too? I just thought about, if you have a pocket door, you got 3.5 inches, then you got 3/4, 3/4. Okay, so that's 3.5, 4.5, 5, and then you got to trim it.
Right.
You got to put the trim, which is another 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
So that's 6.5 inches wide you've got for a pocket door. That whole wall is.
Yeah.
You're losing that right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And when you walk into most of it is ladies. The clientele is ladies.
Yep.
And if you like to walk in and see that pop, to decorate, this is almost like to have a picture.
Yeah.
There. So to decorate the barn door is a big deal to outline that, and especially like accents up in the gables and stuff.
Yep.
So it really makes a difference. It's almost like when you color and you do the outline it or whatever.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference in a tiny house. So.
Yeah. Man, it would look good if you had a pocket door, right?
Yeah.
You have just a big mural of me.
Well, I think we should put that in all our homes.
So you never get covered up
Everyone
with a barn door.
Hey, Donna Cleary. Does anybody know Donna Cleary? She's a hoot. She's an absolute hoot. She said, I can see Randy's got his guns out today. She's a mess, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
She's fun.
All right. Let's go see and find a pocket door.
Travis said, let me just guess what Travis
Oh,
said.
he's coming down. He knows something about my haircut.
Well, he hadn't got to that yet.
Okay.
What else do you think he said? Said, if we put a mural of you right there, said, Lord, you'd never sell any homes.
So I bet I would with him on there, though, right?
You leave Travis alone. You don't mess with with him?
He's in my bullseye.
Well, he's not in mine. You're in mine.
Oh, you want to take me out, huh?
Oh, me and Travis. We're the same.
All right. Everybody, this behind, what?
This was Ramsay. We forgot to say
Ramsay's house. Yep. Behind me. Oh, well, not anymore.
that. Well, I got to show Ramsay.
It's not behind me anymore.
That's Ramsay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll just point out, because there's a lot of people getting ready to buy homes, because we're getting ready to sell like 3,000 homes, I know. Is we got the lap siding, the corners. This is a standard siding we offer for our base prices. Okay. All right. Hey, how big was this house? This house is 8 by 20, everybody.
Okay.
It is a RJO, right?
Somebody just asked if it was an RJO.
Yeah, this is an RJO 8 by 20 home. So let's go here. 8 by 20. It's $25,000.
But with the upgrade.
What upgrade?
The 25, not
The lumber.
upgrade, add the whatever we're calling it.
Just for our lumber right now.
Yeah, just for the lumber right now.
Yeah. But our base price is 25 grand.
Yeah.
You finance that thing with $5,000 down?
I know.
I mean, how much is your payments?
I know.
120 bucks, 100 bucks? I don't know.
What? I love how you guess at stuff. You have no idea what it is.
I have no idea. Get on your
no idea.
calculator. Get on your mortgage calculator.
Hey, listen, everybody, it's just $100.
100 bucks?
Just $100. Click, boom, done.
I mean, people spend more than that buying coffee. Look here, look.
Help me.
You know what?
me.
I tell you what. I seen a guy, he said he spent $6,000 a year just on Starbucks.
God, I can't even back up this house.
Is that not
What
something?
size is that?
That's a big one.
Oh, my Lord.
That is all we used to build. That's
All
all
the
we used to
time,
build.
All the time.
Man, that was it. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah.
What size? Whose is it?
That's a 10 by 30. That's a Hano.
Hannah, that's right.
10 by 30.
That's close, Travis. Travis said 10 by 28. It's a 10 by 30.
10 by 30.
Woo!
That's how we used to build. That's called balloon framing.
And it has a ton of upgrades on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike and Chuck are building
Mike
that.
and Chuck.
We'll keep an eye on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Let me
How
show you.
long will it take them to build that? 3 weeks?
Oh gosh, no. It'll be every bit of 6.
6 weeks.
Every
okay.
bit of 6. Yep.
a lot.
It's a big house. Yeah, let's show inside a little bit.
Okay.
I'm bringing all my paperwork because I'm going to show you guys a little bit more. I've got the prices in here, and I wanted to show you some other things that we've been working on that might help you.
That's not a shed roof, is it? Who said
No,
that?
that is not a shed roof.
Not a shed roof.
That is our original 4-degree pitched gable roof that
Yeah.
we've done since we beginning our very first house.
And it's the craftsman.
This design is exactly like the first house I ever built.
Yep, that's true.
Is that not something when you think about that? I mean, 5 years ago, over, I don't know how many homes we built, 500 homes,
Jeez.
and we haven't changed. Now, the only thing we've added to this to make it better is a drop axle trailer, right? And we fabricated the trailers a little different by spray foaming and that. But you can see, yep, it's called balloon framing. So balloon framing is, if it's a 2-story home, you don't do a 8-foot wall or a bottom wall, and then you do a top wall. What we do is we take the studs completely from the bottom all the way to the top,
All the way up.
and then you see that big board up the top where the rafters are sitting on. That's a header. And so, and I know everybody's heard me talk about this a bunch, but we can put a window anywhere we want and not worry about putting a header over each window. We have a header over the fender wells, all right? And that supports any weight. It's double header, really. That's supported over here, and it transfers on each side of the header.
Oh, you should have had a pointer.
I'm sorry. I knew Jimmy called me. Remember Jimmy from yesterday? He doesn't know we're on here.
Wow.
Yep, so you
So
guys
about 6 weeks.
tune in, watch this thing grow. You'll see what's going on. Like Amanda said, there's a lot of upgrades, but this is 10 by 30. It's been a while since we did a big 10 by 30.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a craftsman. Mike loves
And
these big ones.
somebody was just asking about the gypsy house. Well, they're calling it a gypsy house, but it's really not. It's a beach house for him.
Yes, a beach house.
Okay.
Yep. It's a beach gypsy. Isn't that weird? Now, a 10 by 30, this house, 80,000.
Yeah, and that's for the craftsman.
10 by 30. I have seen 8 by 22 sell for 80.
I know.
All right. Here's another one. This is 10 foot wide, man. This is a hoss of a house.
You know what? Let's walk in that and you put your arms out to kind of show the. I don't know why I talk to you. I don't know why I say anything to you.
This is 10 by 26. Amanda, how do you say Jasso?
Stop.
How do you say it?
Also.
How you
Also.
say?
How you say it's also.
Hasso.
This is our house number 2.
Now this is a 10 by 26 with a dormer, right? So it's a freedom. All right, 10 by 26. Let's see how much she paid for this. Ooh, what'd she pay? 10 by 26.
What'd she pay?
Freedom, 56, 188.
Well, I can't see. Hold on. 10 by 20, 56, 188.
Yes, this is a resort style home right here. That's what I love about it. What's the matter? What'd you do that face for? No, kick me under the table? All right, here we go. Amanda wants me to spread them.
Yeah. Hey, dude, yeah, how many steps? There you go.
Here, I'm gonna take a walk. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. 10 by 26. Got a little loft over here. You got your, your main loft. Yep. So you'll watch this one evolve. This is the bathroom in the back. Toilet, shower.
This is not the youngest team that we have that's building this. The youngest.
Yeah, this is Landon and them. Mm-hmm. Yep. But
Landon and Jacob.
Landon's been working for us for over, what, 5 years?
Since he was 16.
Yep, 16. This is your bathroom in the back. Let's see, you got your, I'm looking for plumbing and outfits and stuff.
And just to reiterate, Lori's asking, does the pricing include the increase for the wood costs?
No, you have to add that. Yep. Yep.
But now these homes that we're building now, we're not in the price increase.
Right. Yep, we bid these before.
This was before the price increase.
Yep.
So good for them, honestly.
Let's think about it. A 10 by 26, still just 50, what did I say, 56, 188?
Hey, did the boys do this themselves? Are they doing their, I think they're doing their own electrical.
They're doing it all.
Doing their own electrical, their own mini split, they're doing everything.
We're having all the partnerships do everything.
I had a question today about, who was it that asked? Well, now I can't remember who asked, but they said, I think it was Gloria. Gloria actually requested Joseph for her. She's done that since the beginning, for years now. Yeah. She's requested him. She wanted to know, will Joseph take it from start to finish, meaning the fold-down deck, any of the extras, the skirting and all that stuff? Will the builder do that? The skirting,
the skirting is here.
Okay.
So if she had her house built in Oregon and she's not living in our communities or parks here, the builder's not going to do that. So that's been subbed out to our company here, the skirting. The fold-down deck, if that's part of the build, he'll build it.
Okay.
If it's not part of the build, it'll be built by our guys in the company here.
It's a part of the build.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing Joseph doesn't like doing, he doesn't like wiring. He does the plumbing, he doesn't like doing electrical, and he doesn't like doing the kitchen cabinets. Now, we're not going to do the builds that are built here in Tennessee. We got our own kitchen cabinet guys, right? Any other partnerships that are out and about, we've done is we've built templates for these guys to build their kitchen cabinets, and almost every one of them, we got the Idaho guys that'll be going back home here before Thanksgiving. They've got a cabinet guy already going to build their cabinets. Amish, they've got a cabinet guy. So what we'll do is we'll pay them, right, what we've allotted for cabinets, and they'll be building their cabinets and get them, make some money off their cabinets.
Okay.
But here, we'll continue to build our own cabinets because we have our own shop.
Is it that the guys, do they like doing cabinets, or they would rather sub that out?
Well, Joseph doesn't want to do it because by the time he does cabinets, He thinks the time involved in doing that cabinets, he just would rather frame, trim, go and do other, he wants to build homes.
Yeah.
It's real hard to gear down. When you do cabinetry, you got to just really gear down, and you got to have a workspace for it, right? And there's just a certain finesse you have to have.
Okay.
And he just doesn't want to do it.
This was a 10 by 26.
Yep. You swatting at me for? Hey, you're like Milana. Is it Milana?
Melania.
Melania?
Just
Amanda always talks about Melania Trump. He just,
swatting his hand. That's what you all about.
hey, this is
This is not it's, describe it.
it's not a, describe it. It's not a gypsy wagon, or it's a beach house.
Before we move on, this is a good question. We had talked about this before and touched on this before. The guys, the partnerships doing that, do they have to be an electrician? Do they have to be, what is the deal? You can do your own electric, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your own electric, your own plumbing, your own stuff.
sure can.
Okay, just
And
want
the
to touch base.
reason is because they're tested.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And on the ANSI, and JD Ashley, I promise I'll get back to you. They're the ones in Oregon, wanting an update on in Oregon, because their house is up there. Their house is being built in Oregon.
Who are they?
It's Ashley.
Terry?
There was two names. Ashley Chase. I think it was the two names. But we'll go ahead. Just don't let me forget.
Okay.
Update on the Oregon.
Do you know about the update on the Oregon?
I mean, I don't.
I don't either.
Oh, what?
I mean, they're building Terry right now, and they
Okay,
haven't.
that's what I'm asking.
They got Terry, Blake, and Macheski.
Okay. Okay.
There's three right there, but they're getting done with the Terry, and we're trying to dry in the Terry, Blake, and Macheski out in Oregon.
Okay.
And so they can spray foam all three, and then get them. Then the other two that will.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ashley, I think it's Chase. Ashley Chase that was the other one.
Yeah.
Or two more.
And also, our customers like them, and explain to anybody watching. That's we've got this software called Co-Construct. It's a real big popular software program for builders. So our customers and our builders and us and everything, we're on the Co-Construct together, and they upload pictures and progress and blueprints and contracts, and everything's on there for us to see, and everybody can see. So once it starts, you can see downloading. I actually send an email and a text to all the guys and all the partnerships about taking pictures
Today.
constantly, and reminding them to put pictures so you guys know what's going on with your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. You want me to show this one?
Yes.
We're waiting on a few things on this house, waiting on the tarp that comes over top to cover it up. And what Matt was doing it, so what Matt's doing, we got to paint it. So Matt's got on another job, him and Jeff. So it's a gypsy wagon beach house or beach theme, which I thought was kind of hard to do with the decor and what's going on. So I'm excited to see kind of what the owner comes up with colors and how to do it. He actually wanted a window up above that, and we couldn't get a window because of the porch roof. Then we could not get a window, a little puck window up in the back because of the heating and air system that we have up there,
Right.
So, but everything else, we added a window in the back that he requested. He's going to have a Murphy bed in there. I think that might be the one we were seeing in there. I'm not for sure. But they got a Murphy bed, but that's a little 16-footer.
Yeah. And two, and I hate to bring up the electrical again, but somebody just
that's
asked
all
me
right.
and said, well, I thought you had to do it by a licensed contractor. But
Yeah.
it's because we do the ANSI certification, which is testing all of the electrical.
Yeah. All right. It's like this. When you, we were licensed with the electrician, right? We wired it as an electrical all the times that we had done it, That's the thing about tiny homes. I think that's the thing about the codes and where you go somewhere. There's no, you don't have to be RVI certified. You don't have to be RV certified. You don't have to be ANSI. You don't have to be NFPA. You don't have to have any of that. If I built you a house, right? I said, there it is. I built you a house. You trusted me that I wired it for you, right? I tested it. I checked it out. I warranty it. I didn't have any license to show it. I have a licensed builder. I have a licensed plumber, a licensed roofer, or any of that.
Right.
Because the industry doesn't have that in standards. So when we implemented that we were ANSI certified in NFPA is the 8 foot. That's RV. NFPA is the RV certification. ANSI is anything bigger than 8.5 foot wide. All right? When you get somebody who's that certified in that, what happens is there's a mechanism that we have to use that checks all the wiring. And it doesn't just check our wiring, it checks the appliances, the light fixtures, and the plugs. So there might be something from the manufacturer that's bad,
Correct.
and that'll check that for you.
Perfect.
Can I answer it pretty
Okay,
good?
I think you did, yes.
All right.
They definitely want to go in here. Because I know you want to show the ceiling. I know you like that about it too.
And here's another example of a barn door that's different.
I love this door. That looks good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, let me point something out just for you guys. When we walked in here, when we walked in here, this is your door, and how we describe a door. So when I'm walking in, I want to know, or I'm closing, or I'm opening it up. Is this a left-hand or a right-hand door? So is this a left-hand door because it opens from the inside, or is it a right-hand door because it opens from the right side? You know, it swings to the right. How do we identify this door as left and right so we get you the right door?
So is it how you walk in?
It's how the door you walk in, you walk through the door. So even in an interior door, like you go into the bedroom, it's a right-hand door. If it swings to the right, if it swings to the left, it's the left hand. See, I'm going in the house, right? So I'm going to go in. It's a right-hand door. We call this a full glass. If it comes to here, we call it a half glass, right? If you have the grids on it, we call it a 9 light, or I think a 9 light and a 13 light window, 11 light. Then you got, what I wanted to show you is you have this wall right here. You can see how we want to open the door to this wall, right? You don't want to open the door over here. So it's a left-hand door, okay?
Or a right-hand door.
No, it's a right hand. Yeah, you go through, it's a right-hand door. And now this is a barn door. Like the other one was a little different. So if you go back at the beginning of the video, you can see the difference in how this door is made, right? Versus the other one back there that we had. They've used a little bit of barn wood. The owner letting us have rain of it. So if you guys want to, I think they've got this one. There it is. So it's a little different.
That barn door is pretty.
Yep.
That's cool. Now and that's actual barn wood on it.
Yeah, it is barn wood. Yep. Sure is. So.
And you have to, when you're doing your contract, you have to ensure if you want barn wood, if you want that, you have to make those requests. This probably was just done on a whim.
This is how we do it.
It's just, whatever the builder wants to do. So specify if you're wanting something different like that.
Yeah,
Because
you
you
can
don't want
do
to be
that.
disappointed.
Right.
Like if you thought you was going to get barnwood, like if somebody sees this door,
Yeah.
well, I thought it was going to be a barnwood door. Well,
Yeah.
So.
And those are the things that we're having to be more specific about because of our partnerships. Because if they're out in Portland building a house and they don't have barn wood, right?
Right.
And you want barnwood doors, they don't have it. We've got to make sure that they get that material.
Right.
So we're evolving into all this stuff.
Okay.
We've already actually talked about all
Is
that.
there? Let me ask you this: is there wood that was out in Oregon or out west that is different? Excuse me, way different from here.
That is different. The framing's different because they use a different species. It's a different color. So the only thing I'm looking right now, I'm looking with a vendor about interior tongue and groove wood, and I'm not sure. They do have a spruce, okay? And they got different spruce with different knots, and so I'm wondering how it may or may not look different than what we got. So, but I'm working with a nationwide vendor.
Right.
Yep.
And the homes are going to stay, like, we're not going to send a home that's going to be built in the resort here to Oregon.
No.
It doesn't make any sense to do that, right?
Right.
Right. So everything's local, kind of staying where somebody's at.
Yeah, how do you want me to say it?
Ish. How you say?
That's the whole thing about partnerships, is we're trying to spread nationwide.
Yeah.
So we're not just located in Tennessee. So we have a West Coast you know, we're going to West Coast partnership. They're going to build our homes in the West Coast. We're going to have a Southeast, Northeast, whatever we can. So hopefully in the future, as the company grows, and we slowly build these partnerships up and train them, and they're doing really great, you guys will have a builder maybe within the next state or within the same state you live in. You know, right now in Oregon, we have the Terrys, they live an hour and a half away.
Right.
That's awesome. Instead
Super
of
convenient.
being 2,300 miles away,
Right.
you know, there's a few hundred.
Okay.
So that's our dream of our company, to grow. You know, and I did that because there's a couple different reasons. I know I explained it before, but it's really coming out to where the partnerships give people jobs all over the country. I like it because it's built for a carpenter, right? That has some beautiful skill that he or she can build at home, right? And build 1 to 3 homes a month and bring in a nice income. And then we spread across the country.
Right.
Now, we're paying the same amount of money to them as we are to our guys here.
Right.
Right? So what happens is that helps us build more volume.
Right.
And then because of the quality of these people, because they're invested in a building and they've came here and they've been tutored about what to do, man, we just get nice homes built all over the country.
Right.
So we're excited about it.
What
It's getting dark in here.
Just a little bit. I want to go ahead and show what you want to show.
Yeah.
What? Let's see. Who was it? Just said. Oh. Now, Marlena. What did Marlena say? Marlena said, "Hey, Marlena, I think it's single glass thick." Lisa, wonder where she's talking about. Maybe the door. Was she talking about the door?
Everything's thermal pane. Everything's a double pane glass.
Double pane. Okay.
Everything.
Yeah, door windows are double pane. Miss Lawson thought said. I was going to ask him, Waterman, what's the height overall in loft headroom? That's a good question.
Well, if you have an 80-inch loft, which is right here, right? So if you have a loft headroom right here, this is 80 inches is to here. We always try to get, with our pitch, our 13.6 we have to full width is about 41 to 42 inches straight up.
Okay.
That's at the peak.
But now this is different. Is this different with the round
You know
roof?
what? You know what I'm telling you about this roof, guys? This is something unique. All right, this is considered an RJO, right?
Which
Hey,
you can sleep up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, stay right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something. Yeah, look at this. Look how much room is right here. All the way across,
Oh, my goodness.
right? It's almost like a double dormer.
It really is.
Now before, like if this is an RJO, it goes like this,
And
right?
it's rounded.
It goes like this. All this here is not in an RJO regular gable, but because it's
Wow.
round, look at how much volume is in here. This is a sleeping loft
Wow.
for sure. That's why I love this round roof. The only drawback to this round roof is putting metal on it.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive to wrap metal this way. And I don't like the way it looks running long ways.
Yeah.
This one's actually going to have a tarp on it.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
You're dark up there. You better come down.
Can't see me.
You
There
gotta
you go.
come in for supper.
Here you go, Amanda.
I see you.
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
All right, let's go.
I tried to, hey, tell Carol, I tried to put my camera light on, it wouldn't work. Tell her.
Carol?
Yeah.
I just want to relay a message to you.
No, she might can hear me now. Carol, I tried to put my camera light on, it would not come on. Isn't that weird?
Weird. Weird, Amanda.
Very weird. There's that big 10 by 26 outside of it. That thing's huge. Good grief. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No.
Don't do it.
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to show this one tomorrow.
Okay.
This is Mr. Wayne's house. We're going to get this. I told these guys to have it done by Friday, so we're going to be out of here and gone. This is Wayne's house.
That's so awesome.
Well, Wayne, I'm going to get it cleaned up for you tomorrow. We're going to throw the door in there and have it ready to go by Friday. Third.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to show Wayne's tomorrow. I want to get it cleaned up for him.
All right.
I haven't been out here all day. Let's see what we got here. This is Galvez. Now this is an 8x22.
Oh, I know.
That's a remodel, man.
We don't have, everybody loved that house. Somebody may know what that house is, but anyway, go ahead.
All right, the 8x22 is 29.3. 8x22. Yep. Now that's got an upgrade of the maintenance-free siding on it.
Well, there's lights in there.
Let's go in there and look, man. Hey, they're having a party. They're having a party.
Oh my God! Hold on a second. Massive tongue box.
Big.
How long did it take to build that tongue box?
32 days.
Stupid.
Stupid.
You're so stupid.
Yep.
You could live in that box.
I might. Oh, this is a Freedom home. This is not an RJO. So Freedom is 36,250. 8x22, 36,250. Siding on it.
Wow.
So you're probably looking with the maintenance-free siding alone is probably another $4,000 upgrade. So they're at 40.
Okay.
Yep. And I don't have the contract, of course. Anything here?
Well, as long as we have the base price, everybody can, look at the upgrade.
Oh, man.
Hey, wait a minute.
But see, this is swinging. As you walk in, it goes to the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, now.
This is Bart's house.
Yeah.
Clean as a pin.
And then this is to the left, and you usually don't want to walk because you're going to walk this way, so you don't want your door swinging that way.
Look how clean he's got this place.
Yeah, well, it's done. You better clean it. Yep, it's done. Yep.
So that's the kitchen.
Yes.
Well, then it ain't done.
Right here. He's waiting for the cabinets to be coming in. Cabinets will be plug and play.
Yep.
Yep. So, little loft above. What we got? Here's your puck. Look how bright those are.
Yes.
You got your puck light in here. And this is 8x22, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is an 8-foot wide?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Feels bigger than that, doesn't it? That's 8x22. Look at the loft up here.
Let me turn around. Oh, yeah.
So the base price on this 8x22 is $36,250. And then with that maintenance-free siding, I don't see anything else in here that would be extra. So all this.
With the tub, it's a bathtub.
Is there a bathtub?
Yeah.
I think it's $300 for a bathtub.
Okay.
Yep.
Totally worth it if you can fit it.
Compost toilet, $1,000.
Oh, a different barn door.
Another barn door. Yep. What you got? Always got a piece of wood to keep it from rolling.
Oh, good.
Yep. There you go. See, he actually put the beadboard on it.
Yeah.
You know? He used screws to assemble it.
Yeah.
Some guys do, some guys don't. Some will putty them, won't. So, but we're probably going to have to come up with a standard one. And then,
Oh
yeah.
God, look at the tub. Very nice.
You know, when you put a tub, it makes it feel like a house, doesn't it?
It does. Definitely like a house.
Yeah.
Compost.
Compost toilet, so 36, 37,
Sink.
38, 39, 40, 41. I don't know. You're probably looking at $42,000 to $44,000 for this house. Yep. So, hey, if there's anybody out there in the partnerships, let's do this. So in the partnership, this house, right, is an 8x22, is 176 square feet. You multiply that by $47 a square foot. Mm-hmm. Okay, the base price for Bart was $8,272 that he was paid to build this.
But he's not a partnership.
No, but if he is,
But
if he was, and he's thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
So it's a little over 8,000. Now, anything upgrades out here, the siding really isn't an upgrade for labor because it's actually easier to work with, the siding. So that's a benefit. And I'm trying to think what else he had to do out here. If there's a tongue box, no. The compost toilet's a swap for labor. So this is all standard stuff in the build. So a little over $8,000 that he would make building this. Now I remember talking to him, I think he had, just him alone, he had just a little over 3 weeks, 3.5, because we pulled him off for about 3 or 4 days doing that. But I think when he accumulated all of his days, he was less than 4 weeks. Now think about this. Bart built this, a lot of it by himself.
Right.
He's got a helper, great helper, Mike. And Mike loves, he's a good guy, but he's not a carpenter, and he's good with that. So so if Bart was paying him, it'd be a few $1,000s to pay him. So if Bart cleared, let's say to pay the guy, he cleared about $6 grand in a little over 3 weeks.
3 weeks, that's
He's making
money.
close to $1,500 a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's where I came up with, if a partnership was to build this one house with a helper and the time and what we've done, this is what we do. You think about it.
I mean, think about the house that Mike and Chuck are doing right now. A 10 by 30.
Yep. Let's do that.
Let's do 10 by 30. I figured they'd want to hear that.
Okay, guys.
10
so,
by 30.
300 square feet, right?
Yep.
We pay $60 a square foot.
On a craftsman.
On a craftsman.
Yep.
Times 60. That's $18,000 just in labor. Now, if there's any upgrades,
which there is,
there'll be more on top of that.
Right, correct.
Right? So they're looking at probably over $20,000 just in labor, not including everything else that we have to do.
Right.
Right? Pretty good. Now, it's him and Chuck are on there. They're looking probably 6 weeks. Lord, what would that be?
That's some good money.
Yeah. So you guys can crunch numbers and look at it. You can see guys are making some great money, man. You know, you got 6 times 800 be 42, 18,000 minus probably about $4,500 in labor. So Mike's looking at 13,500 in 6 weeks divided by 6. So 13,500. Yep. I'm sorry. 13,000 divided by 6. He's looking at over $2,000 a week. He's putting in his pocket. That's
Well,
100.
Well, depends on what he makes and what his partner makes.
That's already paid. He's already paid
Right.
his labor. He's already paid his labor. He's looking at $100,000 a year pay.
Yeah, exactly.
100 grand. Do you know what he's doing? You know what I'm seeing these guys do? They're buying tools. He bought a big old steel box from Lowe's, cost $1 grand. Brett's taking his second vacation. So it's up to him. If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to crank them out. Mike's always here. Mike's got 14 kids he's got to feed.
He does not have 14 kids.
He's always here. But I love it because you can see the whole temperament of everything is changing. The partnerships, they come in here, they're changing. And I want to say, if there's any partnerships that have sent me information, there's about 6 of them. I was trying to get a hold of you guys today. I was trying to call. I didn't have 2 seconds to do anything today. So, and I started early. It's still going. I'm going to do my best to get a hold of partnerships. The reason I haven't really concentrated on, we're trying to perfect what we've already got going. And we don't have enough room for partnerships to stay here, to train here. So we need to get better organized for any more to come on.
Well, and 2, we can't be too saturated. We have to take care of the guys we have.
We
got to make sure that Mike and Brett and Joseph and all these guys keep getting houses.
I'm not sure, our financing. How many people do we have that applied for financing, Amanda?
That's a good question. Well, if you'll tell the size of this house again and who
8 by 22. Yep, and it's Galvez.
Okay, that's right. Okay. The financing, Alyssa and I both are working on this. Okay, so we're working with 21st Mortgage every day. Let me get probably closer to you.
I can hear you.
We're working with 21st Mortgage every day, and what we're waiting on, we're getting several people have been approved. Okay, probably about 13, 14. We might have 2 or 3 that's been denied for whatever reason that might be. Okay, so the approvals that come in, me and her are both learning a lot. I'm on the phone with 21st Mortgage at least 2 or 3 times a day. Till we perfect this, like Randy's talking about perfecting this. So once we do 2 or 3 of these, we'll get used to it. But there's a lot of paperwork to it, a lot of documentation and everything. So They give a list. Once you're approved, they send a list to us here at Incredible Tiny Homes, and they also send to the seller's list and a buyer's list. We have to complete the buyer has to complete their list. It's called clearing your conditions.
Can I hold that camera for you?
No. Clearing your conditions.
They're looking at me hearing you talk.
It's fine. Clearing your conditions, and you have to turn in all that documentation, okay? Then we have a list that we have to clear our conditions and get that sent to them as well. So we're trying to get all that figured out, because there's some things that we have to create for this certain invoices or certain certificates and stuff like that we have to create on our own. And like David said, David and his wife are doing it as well. And it is a lot of paperwork, but it's a necessary evil is what it is. So we're getting it worked out. We do not have anyone to the point yet of signing their contract with 21st Mortgage, but there's one or two people that's really close. So once you get all of your paperwork turned in, so as soon as you turn in your paperwork, you need to do it as quickly as possible so we can get started, so we can sign the contract and get started on your house.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll keep you more updated when we complete one.
Yeah. Are you disappointed, or about how many people have applied, or is it what you thought, or is there more or less, or what?
I think it's kind of what I thought, because there's people that's applying every day.
There are?
Yeah, people are still applying, and you have to think about it too. Really, our only advertising for it has been on here.
That's it.
So compared to that, and the people that we had saved up in our emails, some of them have said, "Hey, my life has changed. I'm no longer doing it," or "I'm going to apply. I have to get some things in order." So, and we had about a little over 100 is what it was that we had.
Okay. I thought it was
so it was. I did too. And so we've sent the application to all of them. People know to go to the website and to apply with. Or you could do it through 21st Mortgage yourself, but they'll give you the code. It will go through Incredible Tiny Homes. So a whole lot of new stuff. It's new to us, new to you. So we just got to get it going.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there would be a floodgate of people saying, "Oh, we got finance, and finally I can buy a house," or not.
Well, it's not because people don't want to. Some people are just. Sometimes they're not meeting the requirement or what they need to. So sometimes it not be too much of whatever it is. But 21st Mortgage has been really great to work with, because every time I call, no matter who I get, they're very informative. So they're trying to help us through to get this going.
Good.
Yeah. So we'll see. So we do need to probably every time bring up the financing for people to get on there and apply.
Yeah. And well, so, that's great. We've been waiting for years for it, but I don't know. I think our prices allow people to buy them without getting financing that you can when they have equity in their home or they've sold something. But you guys.
Yeah, and too, somebody just mentioned, who mentioned that? Earth's Little Secrets, that there's people now maybe out of work because of COVID. So it's a different time. It's a different time. A few months later, what a difference makes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So COVID has affected everybody in one way or another. Yeah.
So all we can do is keep trying, right?
Yeah.
Keep moving on.
Did you say on the prints that they are going to be able to tell how heavy or the weight of the house?
We're working on it. Working on it. Alex does our architectural work for us, or design. We're working on getting the numbers of all of the lumber and
Okay, because somebody asked, what is the total weight on an 8x16? They said cabin, but I'm sure they mean tiny house.
Yeah, and our JO's right around 5,000 pounds.
Okay.
Yep, and the Freedom is a little over 6,200, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to know where that dog of yours is.
Man.
Where's he been this whole show?
Oh, he's probably in somebody's house eating.
He probably is. He might be in your mom's.
Wow, it's getting dark out.
It is getting dark. Oh, look at this guy. It looks so pretty and purple. Look at it. Look.
Oh, yeah. Man, your camera's
a good camera, Let's show these others tomorrow.
Okay, let's do that. Tomorrow I want to show you Vince's house that he's been doing. Vince is our new partnership doing this, and of course this one's Joseph's.
He's in North Carolina.
Yeah, he's Winston-Salem, near Winston-Salem. Yep, we'll show.
So going over our partnerships, there is Kentucky, name them.
Yeah, we've got them in Kentucky, which is up near east of Lexington, about an hour.
Okay.
Then we got Winston-Salem. We've got Salem, Oregon, or Portland, Oregon, there. We've got the guys here in Twin Falls, Idaho. They'll be going home in about a month. Then we got David that just came in. He'll be going up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, northern Idaho. Then we also got some Javier's bringing his guys. They'll be here November 10th, and they're going to be in Fresno, California. I got 6 more in there that I'm playing. You know, people are still sending in partnership opportunities, and like Amanda said, we want to grow exponentially. As we grow, we get work. So we got that, and of course we've got all of our guys here. We got about 13 right here in Tennessee, and that's part of our company that we build. Guys may stay here and build until they can get something to work at home and build in.
Okay.
Yeah, so my goal was to try to get about 20 at the end of the year. Look.
Where have you been?
Oh yeah. Look at y'all. He's out of breath. He's dirty. He's wet.
Oh my
God. Good boy. You know when it gets dark, you know what he does? He lays down. He does not want to get up. So like if I'm in the office and I keep working or whatever, when I say let's go, he don't want to get out of the bed.
He don't get out of bed.
No. He's wore out. Yep. I was trying to think there was some more stuff. Now you guys got to, you know, if you want to remember this, and I'm sure it's the end of the show, and a lot of people don't watch this whole show because it's so long, but we still have property across the street. All right. If you want to live here, we sell homes across the street in the resort. And if you want to, you know, you're interested in that, we actually had some investors come in here, and they were going to buy about a 3 to 5 acre parcel here in Tennessee. And they said, I said, what are you going to do? They said, well, I want to put rental homes on it. I said, okay, think about this. Well, I love to build your homes on your land. That would be great too. But I said, if you do like some of our customers that were here that left and bought their own property, okay, they had 60 to 70 property, and then they had to put a driveway, infrastructure, and they got to maintain all that, a sewer system, water, power, sewer, drill a well, the whole thing. So you're looking over $100,000 just to set a home. All right. So what I'm doing across the street is I'm giving you that place that they went to have their own. Now they own it, and that's great. But I think as I've gotten older and I've realized, instead of taking that $100,000, right? I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to figure this up. But if you took $100,000, and that's not including maintenance every year and land taxes, which is not allowed, not bad here. But if you have to maintain that driveway that goes up a hill, and you got to cut the trees, you got to mow the grass, you got to do those things. But $100,000 divided by $300 a month, that would get you 333 months, right? Let's divide that by 12, right? For a year. So that'd give you almost 30 years of rent that you could pay on these lots, right? So you're going to say, well, I could resell my property. Well, I'm at the age where I'd rather just rent something, because in 30 years, I'm going to be 90, all right?
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going to happen. What could you have done with that $100,000? Let's do money managing thing. What could I do with that $100,000? I could have bought another house, right? Put it on the lot next to me and rent it out as an income. So now, instead of me investing $100,000 on some land, and I got to do all the infrastructure and do all that stuff, I'm taking that $100,000, I'm going to invest it and make it work for me. I've never seen how you can buy a house or buy property, and you know, that's the American way. Buy it, and hopefully in 10 years, 20 years from now, a highway comes through there, it gets big, and you sell it for 10 times what you paid for it. That's not how you use your money.
Right.
Take that $100,000, buy and build 2 more tiny homes instead of buy the land. Put them on a lot, rent them out, bring in $25,000 a piece per year. Now you're making $50,000 a year on that loan. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's throwing $50,000. Let's cut that in half. Let's say you make $25,000 a year off of 2 homes. $25,000. In 4 years, you got your $100,000 back, plus you got 2 homes paid for. the way we're pricing these homes, even in this time of COVID, if you're unemployed and you own a home of your own, sell it. I've priced these things to invest. I didn't price these things to get rich off of them. I priced them for you to buy them. If I can make $3,000 to $5,000 profit off this house, I'm good to go, right? You guys can take these things. I'm adding these communities over here because you can rent them out. The first 2 years are free. First 2 years. You just have to buy a house. You don't even have to pay rent for 2 years, and you don't have to put a deposit on a lot. Guy asked me, he said, what happens after 2 years? I said, leave. I'm not going to keep you if you don't want to be here. I guarantee you'll stay. Pressure's on me. It's like when I developed Brothers Cove, and I know Amanda heard me talk about this, and I don't want to bore her with it, but when we built Brothers Cove over there, I built it with my money, and I think I might have mentioned it, and then you came and you watched, you looked at the house. If you wanted to buy it, you buy it. You don't want to buy it, you don't buy it. You know why? Because I knew somebody else would want to buy that house, and it put the pressure on me to perform because I want you to buy your house, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what that is over there. I'm developing that property, and it's up to me to keep you here. It's up to me to keep these 150 people here. I don't want them leaving out that gate. I want them to stay here. So it's up to me to keep enhancing this property and keep you guys happy and be the landowner that I want to be.
Like too, it's like, listen, if the price goes up over the years or something, it's never going to be at a point where you can't afford it.
Right.
Never.
No, it's $200 a month.
Other places, I mean, we're talking, they're going to go up. They're going to go up big time.
Yep.
They're going to hit you with it. Randy's parents, I'll say it again, they started at $500 a
Yep.
month lot rent, and it was when they left, it was $900 a month.
That was just 7 years, 7 years they were down there, and it doubled to almost, what, 900?
They had to leave. And they owned the home.
Yeah, they owned the home. I bought the house for them for 20. Mm-hmm. I had to sell it for 5. It was a double wide.
And it's
$5,000.
It's in great shape.
You buy this for $35,000 and you rent it out, you're going to pay for it, and you want to sell it. Mm-hmm. If you compare it with any tiny home across the United States, they're all 60 and up.
Right.
And you're paying 35 for this. You're going to get your 35 back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, and I can't blow the smoke over you, right? Did I say that right, man? Blow the smoke over you?
Pull the wool over your eyes?
I said, I can't fool you because there's the numbers. You guys know what they are. You know what can, think about Janice. Yesterday at the Foam, 2 days ago with the Foam, she rented out one night was $200.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she got it rented this weekend.
Yeah, she had, so she fixed him some breakfast.
Right.
If you guys lived across the street in the resort, and you had $150,000, you could have almost 3 homes over there. If you lived in one, you could fix breakfast like Janice did and rent your 2 out by yourself and maybe make $150 to $200 a night on both of them.
Right.
$150,000 investment. And you don't pay rent for 2 years. And when you do, it's $300 a month.
Yeah.
So you start crunching some numbers. Even if you know somebody, I would even go in on with somebody and say, hey, let's buy 3 over there in the resort, go in on it, and we'll rent them all out. Mm-hmm. I'm making these things. The guy told me, he said, you know what? He said, you're making it to where it's crazy for me not to go there and to go and put my own land. What do you want? You just want to own the land? I don't want to own any land. That land there, I just got it for you guys to build homes so we could build homes and keep going, right?
Right.
If I build any other communities, I wouldn't have wanted to buy that. If I didn't have to buy it, I wouldn't have bought it. I would rather have leased it because the money had to go to buying the property. I don't want to buy property. I would like to take land all over the country and lease it so I don't have to put out the big money.
Right.
And then all the money would go into infrastructure. Lease it 30, 50 years. Who cares?
Yep.
Right? Okay.
You gotta do your 5-4.
Oh, can you guys do something for me? I'm going to do a countdown. And can you
Somebody
press
said
your
it
like
perfect.
button?
Yeah.
Can you press your like button for me? It really helps we're trying to get to 100,000 people, and then I'm going to give a house away. I'm going to build another house, and I'm going to give it away when we get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit your like button, if you would, for me. All right? It's just so cool to do that.
And listen, and we've give a house away before. We've give how many? 2?
Yeah.
3 houses away?
Yeah, I built one and give 2 away.
Yeah.
Really give 3 away, yeah.
We give 3 houses away. We're talking nice houses.
What company gives houses away like that, man? And it was our own doing. It wasn't at some big national,
No.
Convention thing,
Nope, exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to give it away.
So 100,000 people, we're going to give a house away. So help us get to 100,000. All right, and that's what?
Is it Travis's birthday? He said, Amanda, make Randy tell me happy birthday.
I am not going to do it.
What?
I'm not.
You tell him. Stop! Is it your birthday, Travis? Happy birthday, Travis.
Here.
If that's true.
This is what we'll do. Come here, Jesse. Come here.
Oh, man.
What?
Come here. I know Anthony probably won't do it. Here, stop, right here. Anthony, you want to sing happy birthday? Look, we're gonna sing Travis happy birthday. Here we go. His name is Travis, okay?
Travis, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I watched the
Yeah.
show.
He watches Travis's show.
Everybody sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Go, Jesse.
Happy birthday, dear Travis. Woo.
Happy birthday.
You.
Good job.
Hey, that'll treat you to walk through here again. You know what? They won't never be back.
Anthony there.
I'm looking at this to make sure it's ready for fall.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Happy birthday, Travis.
That's awesome.
Well, that'll never happen again.
You know what? Think about this. Those 2 guys live here.
Yes.
All right, they live here. I live here. It's late, it's night. You know what? This is what I always like. I've always wanted stuff to do. It's like, you get home, and that's why these guys like their partnerships, because they're at home right now, and they're like, I want to do something still. I don't want to sit and watch TV, right?
Yeah.
They're here. They're looking at foaming the house, trimming it, talking about work. This is what we do, everybody.
Yeah.
This is our life. So I just wanted to point that out. That's why they're here. What other company lets people live here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's hard because, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, thank you for watching.
And thank everybody for hitting the like button, because it went from like 100 and something, like 120 to 198. So
Cool. We
thank
got
you.
70.
Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you all. And the like button, and share it, tweak it, whatever you can do. Step on it, throw it around. All right. I hate doing it because it's
I know, it's like
on it.
share and subscribe and like, and it's so much.
I guess it's the world we live in. This is the only form of marketing that we use. We got a little Google ad that we do, and we do have a gentleman coming to kind of assist us with some time. We don't have time to market that much.
We really don't.
We met Alec out in Oregon through Trevor, and he works for the Oregon Build. And Alex is going to be coming here from Oregon to visit us in a couple weeks, and I want you guys to meet him. And he's going to explain what he's going to try to do to help us kind of get the word out. We're in the northwest of the United States, and our YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and he's helping us, so it's really cool. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Everybody, have a great night.
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to show the next 2 builds here. What's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday already.
And Friday we got to do our card drawing.
Well, we've got to straighten that out. I mean, we've got to catch up big time.
Yeah. Oh,
For
and I
our
want to. There's
postcard.
more things there.